My first mission, diplomatic mission, was in Austria, in Vienna, in the 70s. And I had the opportunity to visit many times Hungary from Vienna and Budapest especially. So I was quite aware of the beauty of the city. There was another coincidence before I was designated ambassador here. I was one of the authorities invited to the presidential palace in Ecuador for a dinner with the Hungarian president that was visiting Ecuador in 2008. Mr. Soyun, he was making a visit to the country, and the president was hosting a dinner for him. Since I was invited to the palace and I had the opportunity to meet the president, not knowing that a year later I was going to be in Hungary presenting the credentials to Mr. Soyun as ambassador of Ecuador to Hungary. The difference of Hungary from the 70s and the Hungary nowadays is huge. Even the difference that I can see from December 2009 that I arrived, January that I presented the credentials, up to today you can see a great difference in the Hungarian society. And I can also see the change in the mentality, perhaps, in the opening towards the rest of the world. And this is something that is very important for me because, as you know, Hungary has decided to open an embassy in Quito in the near future. We hope to have an embassy of Hungary in Quito in the first months of 2015, next year. The embassy has worked a lot and trying to improve the relations, cooperation in higher education, and the other field, perhaps science and technology. But in higher education, I'm lucky to say that about a month ago, we received the visit of the National Secretary for Higher Education of Ecuador, and Ecuador signed 2 agreements here in order to promote better links in higher education. From that agreement signed with the Ministry of Human Resources of Hungary and with the Rectors Conference of Hungary, we will be able to have 50 Ecuadorian students coming next February to study here master's degrees and PhD degrees in Hungarian universities. And we expect to present other 50 candidatures by September of next year. The Ecuadorian government is in a process to go from an exporting society to a knowledge-based society, and this demands the training of the human talent. So the government of Ecuador has put a lot of emphasis in the talent, but with this program, Prometeo, and with the invitation to work in Ecuadorian universities and the City of Knowledge, the new City of Knowledge founded in Ecuador called Yachay, we're inviting the Hungarian Ecuadorian community, scientist community and everything to also come to Ecuador. In the past couple of years, the government of Ecuador has made a great effort to promote more Ecuador. We have this campaign now that's called All You Need Is Ecuador, like the Beatles song, All You Need Is Love. We have bought the rights of the song and make the campaign, the slogan of Ecuador, All You Need Is Ecuador, to show the world that in a small Latin American country, small in Latin America context, because it's a country that is 3 times the size of Hungary, but we have 4 different worlds. We have the Galapagos Islands, that the Galapagos is very well known around the world, and many people are very interested at least going to Galapagos once in their lifetime because it's unique. It's a natural resource, a patrimony of humanity declared by the UNESCO. But we also have the coastal region that has very important archaeological sites, beautiful beaches. It has a lot of sport activities and also very interesting food. And we have the Andean region, an Andean region that is surrounded by volcanoes and valleys that are impressive. One of the things that I found when I came to Hungary was the use of the word chimborazo, meaning something that is big, something that is great. Well, the Chimborazo is in Ecuador. Chimborazo is a mountain, a snow mountain in Ecuador. But the Andean regions has 70 active volcanoes. You can visit indigenous markets where you can have beautiful handicrafts made in Ecuador. It's a very beautiful, each part of the Andean region is different. You have different indigenous cultures that they can show their culture. It's very impressive. And the last region, the Amazonic region. So we're trying to show the world that in a country that you can go from the coast to the Amazon region in a couple of hours, and you can visit so many different places. The other thing that we are trying to show and remind the world is that Ecuador is one of the 17 mega diverse countries of the world. Only 17 countries have the amount of animal and plant species. One of the most growing activities is, for example, bird watching. There's over 2,000 types of birds in Ecuador, 30 that can only be seen, 30 species that can only be seen in Ecuador. And the same thing happens with reptiles and with other types of animals. The Ecuadorian flag is of course the most important symbol of Ecuador, and it has in the middle of the flag the emblem of Ecuador. It has many meanings. The colors themselves, well, the yellow represents all the regions that the country has, the land has. The blue represents the skies, the color of the skies that you were in the Ecuadorian. The Ecuador is in the two hemispheres, north and south hemisphere, and it's always spring-like weather. You have clear skies all day, 365 days of the year, and this is the representation of the blue. And the red represents the blood that was shed that was given by the Ecuadorian heroes who fought for the independence. For the independence of the country. So that's the meaning of the colors. In the national emblem, you see, for example, you see the condor, as you mentioned, and the condor is the national bird. We still have condors. It's a species that is being protected in Ecuador. It's a very difficult species because it doesn't procreate as fast as to maintain the species. So all the condors that still can be seen in the Andean regions are protected. The ones in Ecuador are also. But this is the sign of the Ecuadorian bird, and also a very powerful bird. Inside you see the chimborazo. You see the chimborazo, meaning the Andean region. And you can see also the river, the Guayas River, the most important river, one of the most important rivers in the coastal region. And the boat that is navigating in the Guayas River represents the industry, capacity of industry of the Ecuadorian people. We are a society that believes mostly in peace and building a society that is more inclusive.